And we're live with Studio MMA and MMA Nuts here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center, where we will see UFC on Fox tonight. And we got Travis Browne. How you doing?
Good. We're live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay,
live.
I better watch my language then,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
guess, yeah?
But it's for Sweden, so you can swear as much as you want.
Oh, yeah, because they won't understand me?
No, not
Okay.
much. They don't know like swear words. Everything else they understand, but not that.
Okay, perfect. Good. Good. Yeah, I'm having a good time, just here in LA, and a little bummed that I'm not fighting tonight. I don't get to put on performance for the fans, but I get to go out October 5th and prove myself again against Bigfoot.
And in Minneapolis,
Yep.
Minnesota, and it was a change in opponent for you.
Yeah, I was supposed to fight Big Ben tonight. And then a couple things got switched around, and then now I'm fighting Bigfoot, headlining the UFC on FX5.
How far were you into your training camp when you found out that Rothwell wasn't going to be fighting and you were moved to Fox FX5?
About 7.5 weeks of an 8-week camp. So I had like 3 days before I was going to start toning everything down to fight this week. So I found out maybe 10 days ago that I wasn't fighting, so I was a little depressed.
So you usually do a 6-week camp?
8 weeks.
8-week camp.
Yeah.
So now, when you realize that, and then know you're still fighting, but you got an additional month and a half, how'd you do that? How'd you rearrange the camp?
I just stopped training. I need to let my body kind of reset and just let all the little injuries or little sores that come up here and there, you need to let those heal. So for the last 10 days, I haven't been doing anything. I've been doing a little bit of strength conditioning here and there, but next week I start ramping up my training again and going hard.
And the camp in itself, is it changing when it comes to what to do and how to prepare? Obviously, you're preparing for someone who's a lot taller. No, wait.
No,
he's
no.
not. He's not. No,
he's actually an inch shorter than Rothwell.
Yeah, which is rare that you got someone who's actually taller than Bigfoot, because he's a big guy. But he's coming off a loss to Cain Velasquez. And do you look at previous fights a lot? Some fighters don't look at them at all. Do you?
Yeah, I watch for certain habits that fighters do, and they'll do it in every fight from when they first started to now. And so when you start seeing those, that's what tells you the holes in their game. So as soon as I found out I was fighting them, I went to YouTube, looked them up a couple times, watched a couple fights, saw a couple things, and just started coming up with different ideas in my head of what to do for this camp, specifically for Bigfoot. But in the general scheme of things, I'm not really changing my camp, except for I'm a little bit longer workouts because it's a 5-round fight now.
But you have changed the location of your training camp from San Diego lines over to Jackson's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. First of all, why the change? And two, what's the main difference between training camps?
I think for me, I just needed to, I need the environment that Albuquerque offers. Also the coaching and the training partners there, they've really, the whole bit of it has just really come together for me, and it's made me into a much better fighter. And it's something that I needed mentally and also physically. It's higher altitude, getting out in that environment. I'm away from, say, my kids, my family, my friends, everything that I love. So all I do is focus on training 100% and get ready for my fights that way. And
you have 2 kids, correct?
2 little beautiful boys.
And we've seen some pictures on Twitter with them sometimes. You seem to be a fun dad.
Yeah, I try to be. I try to be a fun dad, but I'm also, the one that enforces the rules and, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, cleaning up your mess, putting your toys away and everything, So I just try to instill the values that my dad instilled in me to my kids. Something nice. I definitely want to go pass on to my kids, and I want my kids to be gentlemen, and grow up and treat people the right way, and just be good people overall.
Will you put them into martial arts?
Yeah, it's something, when it comes to sports, it's whatever they want to do. Nice. I'm not going to push them in a certain way. If one of them wants to be a soccer player, the other one wants to play golf, then that's fine.
Even a ballet dancer, that'd be okay?
What?
Ballet dancer, would that be okay?
Sure, yeah.
Hey,
cool. Put your tutu on and go at it, son, Hey, I'm down. I'm not ashamed, you know what I mean?
You have one of your previous teammates, Brandon Vera, fighting here tonight. How is it to be in an arena? You were supposed to have fought on the card and being here at the UFC, but not being a participant. But then you have someone that you know very well and close with, being inside of the cage. Do you get the nerves from fighting? Do you get nervous for your training partners? How is it?
I actually get more nervous watching my friends fight than I do about to get in the cage myself. I think it's because I have no control over what happens, you know, and as a fighter, you know, in me going in the cage, I have all the control in the world. If I get knocked out, if I get hurt, hey, that's me. That's not somebody that I care about, you know. So I'm actually more nervous when my friends fight than when I fight.
And looking at where he went from his last fight, and he said himself he's fighting for his job, to being the main event on Fox, on FX, and then from here potentially going for a title.
Yeah, I mean he's come a long way in his career. You know, he's like he said, he's had some peaks and valleys in his career. You know, hopefully this is the upswing of a much longer career for him in the UFC. You know, I believe in him and I believe in his skills, and you know, I think he'll do a great job, and he'll prove himself to a lot of people who maybe started doubting him in the past.
What does Vera need to do tonight against someone like Shogun?
He needs to go out there and fight Shogun. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get back to the mentality that the old Brandon Vera had of, I don't care what happens, I'm going to come out and I'm going to fight you.
And with that type of attitude going in there, which he needs to have, and I'm sure he probably has that now, do you think that's a potential fight of the night?
I think so. I think, you know, I think if Brandon comes in the right mindset, it can be another Henderson Shogun fight. You know, I think it has the potential to go that route.
And from here to October 5th, FX5 in Minneapolis, a prediction for that fight?
My fight?
Yes.
Oh, come
Travis
on.
Browne versus Bigfoot.
Knockout.
Knockout. What round? First round knockout, October 5th in Minneapolis. Make sure you tune in to watch Travis Browne take on Bigfoot Silva.
Oh my God. Programmet presenteras av Betsay.com.